Hey YouTube, thank you so much for joining me for Terrmeister Terrific Tuesday. This Terrific Tuesday, I'm going to talk about a relatively new phenomena called DadBod. Now, when a person becomes a parent, they start living for their kids. That is, their kids are the most important thing to them. And, well, any good parent, of course, but you will start living for your children. Every decision you make will be about them and how you relate to, basically, you must sacrifice, you must do things, you must make sure that when you become a parent that you will do what's best for them. But also, the thing is, unfortunately, a lot of parents neglect themselves, and that's the crazy thing. Like, I think that dad bod kind of comes out of a warped sense of parenting where it says it's okay to let yourself go if you're a parent, and that's kind of sucky. But let me get to what dad bod is. How dad bod is described. Dad bod is described as, and I see it mostly as someone who may have been in shape once and they're kind of letting it go. They're not as committed to fitness as they were. They may not have the six pack, or either way, it's almost like Drew from fit to fat to fit, where he's like going from the fit to the fat. And I found what was the most disturbing about it was that some people said that women like this type of body because they're intimidated by a guy who might be ripped. And let's say Sagi Kalev of Body Beast, or Tiger Fitness guy here, who is, honestly, he has like a really cute face, but his body is much bigger than I would ever want mine. But again, that's what he does. That's his thing, and more power to him. And it would, now I can see how someone may feel intimidated by that. But the whole thing is, if you are saying that the reason why you would want a guy who might not look as, quote, attractive as those guys, then I wonder what's going on with you, because obviously you must think that if you feel that your partner looks better than you, then that's saying something about you, and that you only rate yourself on how attractive your partner is. So basically you're saying, if he's attractive, I'm not. If I'm attractive, he's not. And that's how it is. And women apparently seem to like that so that they're not outshined, it seems. And that's kind of weird, because it's like, I guess that's all I really have to say on that part. But just because a guy doesn't have like intense muscle definition doesn't mean that he's actually going to be someone that you will have a successful relationship with. Like, let me tell you, this one woman, she thought that if she married a guy who was fat, that he wouldn't cheat on her. She was in for a rude awakening. So if anything, this dad bod thing, again, basically women have women have made it about them so that, they're not outshined when they take a picture next to a guy. And I'm not even going to front. That is just some bull. And I'm pretty sure that women may say it when they're together and never admit it in a video like this, but they've co-opted something that I thought was about men and made it about them. So, really, I also want to talk about a little experiment where it was the Hulk, really muscular guy, and then a dad bod. Eventually, seemed like many women liked the dad bod, but it was more for the reason that they thought that the guy who lifted weights and all that was shallow. And I find that also a very just full of crap. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you will rate, comment, share, and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts on this whole dad bod thing. Thank you for joining me. And this Thursday, I'm going to talk about summer vacation, because that will be the last day of school. And then I will be on summer vacation. So see you later. Thank you.